Hey everybody, this is DJ from Toyota Comics and Entertainment. I have another box to open. I hope you join me as we discover what's in the box. Anyway, bear down, Chicago Bears. Let's go. Okay, let's get started. Hope you guys are doing well this fine weekend. Well, that's right. In Stock Trades had the Batman War Games omnibus for sale, so I snagged it. Now the fun part's getting it out. Sorry about the camera. Can you guys see that? Batman War Games Omnibus. The creator names on there are Anderson, Gabrich, Bill Willingham, and Pete Woods. Check the corners. Looks pretty good to me. All right. You know what? I think I'm going to add another box to this video. All right, well, here's a little bonus unboxing. Honestly, I don't remember what I got, so it'll be a surprise for everybody. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got in this fat stack of books. Okay. From the DC Universe Rebirth line. During that time, this is Aquaman #3. So, one thing about my collecting history is for a very, very long time, I was just digital. So I started as a kid, it was floppies, right? And then kind of fell out of the collecting until a little bit in college. I had some went to the comic store in the next town over, but not a lot because, I didn't always have the money to get stuff. And then after college, I graduated and I got a job. I started getting money. Then a coworker decided to introduce me to one of the big stores around. And man, my fire for the comics medium and stories just reignited with a passion. So, but what I did was I got a lot of trades. So I kind of focused on trades and did that for a while. And then over time, just because, I do like the way it looks on the tablet and just the price point, with these Comixology sales that they used to have, I kind of was mostly digital, to be honest, outside of, the omnibus occasionally after I discovered that format. But I was mostly digital, especially during this time when the DC Universe Rebirth was going on. So now I am omnibus, absolutes, and I also do get the floppies. The whole Comixology being bought out by Amazon just kind of soured me towards the digital format. I mean, I still buy the occasional digital book on Kindle. If depending on the price point, the sale is going on, but it just kind of scared me because, I was worried that I was going to lose access to all these books that I bought. So, and one thing I heard was that, when you go analog, it's definitely a lot harder for someone to come and take. So, corporations can't come and take that. But, so anyway, I'm kind of, since there's no Aquaman from the DC Universe Rebirth line, so far no omnibus, I saw this on sale on the website, got it for $1. Got an issue of New Avengers here. I think Al Ewing wrote this. It's kind of hard to tell with the sticker on there. But it's Ultron Forever, honestly. I don't even know if I have this collected in another format, like a digital item or not. So I like Al Davis. Al Davis did a cover. He's doing the interiors, and he's inked by Mark Farmer. So that is peak Alan Davis as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah. Another DC Universe Rebirth with Aquaman. This is issue number 12. And then some issues I'm trying to collect are the Cosmic Ghost Rider by Donny Cates. So yeah, this was on sale for $1 and I grabbed it. So what is this? Okay. So this is a black and white variant cover for Skybound X, issue number 2. Oh man. It's a Birthright character on the cover, and I forget the artist's name who drew this and who draws Birthright, so I apologize, but I believe that's a Joshua Williamson book. Hopefully I didn't mess that up. The Commandy Challenge. So back in the day, there were a series of Commandy Challenge books where they just, I think each issue had a different creative team on it, and yeah, that's all I know about it. So figured it'd be interesting to read. This was on sale, plus I dug the cover. I'm not sure. I've heard mixed things on Jed McKay's Taskmaster excuse me, Taskmaster miniseries, but really digging the cover, and Taskmaster is one of my favorite characters. Now, this book is called Shadow Warzone, and I was getting the singles for Batman, and I got Shadow Zone and the Alpha and all that other stuff. But anyway, I like homage covers. So this is the popular X-Men Days of Future Past cover. Forget the issue number, but it's from the Uncanny X-Men back in the day by Chris Claremont and John Byrne. All right, here's Skybound X number 1. Always wanted this one. I think when it first came out, because of the Rick Grimes 2000 cover by Ryan Otley and a lightsaber, it was really hard to find, at least in my area. And I know that was pretty hot. So yeah, now I got it for $1. So I don't know. Sounds good. Oh, yeah, I bought the, this is the 1 in 10, 1 in 25, 1 in 20 Deadpool Batman issue number 1s, the variant edition. This is by Steve McNiven. I normally don't buy those. And I already have another one coming to me, one of the regular versions, but I could not help this. How often do you see Batman drawn by Steve McNiven, especially Batman drawn by anybody fighting Wolverine? I just had to have the cover, so. All right, another Aquaman from the DC Universe Rebirth time period. This is issue number 9. Excuse me. Justice League Incarnate. This is 4B, so this is a variant cover. Or I guess variant cover would be the right term. So yeah, who draws this? Joshua Williamson writes it. Dennis Culver, is he a writer? And then Chris Burnham, and then it could be Mike Norton or another Norton I don't know of. But anyway. And another Aquaman from the same Aquaman series. This is issue number 8. This is issue number 38. Reading glasses are a little smudged. Here's a current issue, Star Wars, number 5. I'm not really a Phil Noto fan, but, I am a Star Wars nut. And Star Wars has not been the greatest, especially comic book wise, in the past couple years. But, I gotta know what happens between episode 6 and episode 7, It is continuity. I gotta know. I want to know what the narrative is. Jedi Knights number 7. By Mark Guggenheim and Muzabekov. I'm not going to pronounce that name. The art in here is actually pretty decent. Let's look at it real quick. I mean, that is pretty good, especially considering this is a Star Wars book. So there's a Mace Windu, Samuel L. Jackson. So the likeness is not necessarily photo referenced, but it's close enough, and I'm fine with that. Like, I cannot stand the fact that Marvel in some of their books feels the need to practically trace photo stock images of these actors and actresses. I mean, just loosen up a little bit, make sure, that we can recognize, but it does not have to be traced. So, like, Liam Neeson, Qui-Gon, it's not exactly a dead ringer for Liam Neeson, but, close enough. Anywho. Star Wars #4. I was missing some issues, so I went back and got some. And Jedi Knights #6. So, I mean, awesome cover, very detailed. You know who the characters are, but it doesn't look like someone traced it. So, anywho, that's my rant. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and as always, please like, subscribe, and share if you're so inclined. And be good to each other, and God bless you.